What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Takopi no Genzai, this time with episode 3. Really good episode again last time out. The first half was almost felt a bit formulaic, but we did end up having a pretty crazy second half with Takopi. Someone actually let me know in the comments, thank you for letting me know that there was something skipped out with Takopi trying 100 odd times to actually kind of solve this situation with Marina and such, so he ended up stopped using the kind of reversal of the camera for that reason, which we didn't see in the anime, so it makes a little bit more sense why I did kind of give up trying to use the camera to kind of solve things. But yeah, we had Maria die at the end of the last episode by the hands of the camera, funnily enough, and I absolutely loved the sequence with the music over Maria's death. I think that was really awesome kind of perspective, almost a little bit like Blade Runner in a sense of putting us in the perspective of Takopi and being like, oh, you know what, having this happy music and this triumphant music, this is the answer to everything we've been looking for. This is how we deal with this problem. We just kill the person. We just deal with it with violence. That is the answer to every problem, isn't it? Again, I love that kind of segment at the end, but looking forward to seeing what we've got today. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic there. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. Just going to reset the timer quickly because there's this weird kind of white bar. Oh, it looks like that's just there. I guess I'll try to get it up again. But I did actually notice that this episode is slightly longer than the last one. About 26 minutes long as opposed to about 22 or 24. So like the fact that they're willing to kind of go over perhaps their schedule to add more content. I guess that white bar is just there. Okay. Just got to deal with it, I guess. Yeah, let's try and get into it. Of course, we've got this. I don't think we had the message last week, did we? But we've got this message back again here. So, yeah. And you know what? I totally understand why people might be happy about this. A bully's been killed. And that's like problem solved, but I think we're gonna see in this show the negatives of that, if you know what I'm saying. I think all the people that really like this outcome and celebrated it, I think they've got something coming as the show goes on, to be honest with you, because as we all know, this is not the answer. I said initially in my first reaction, I'm hoping it's something as akin to Sangatsu no Lion, where we can actually rehabilitate. I'm not sure that's possible now that Maria's dead, but yeah, I'm hoping it's more so in that line of things, and I think it will be more in line with that rather than this. I think this is pretty obviously framed this way, if you know what I'm saying. And I haven't read the source material, but I've got to imagine that this even kind of amplifies the source material a bit in terms of the music playing and the kind of vibes around what happened at the end of the last episode. I imagine it was even better here than it was in the manga. So you guys know what I presumed last week. My presumption is that maybe not legally Shizuka will get blamed for her death. However, he might look at her differently. The class might bully her more and be on her more for this because she's seemingly killed a person now as well as whatever they had against her before. Jeez, look at his face. Again, I like this kid quite a lot from the little we've seen him. I do like this kid. His tone is very different here as well, like bloody hell. Good runaway, I guess. So again, is that solving any problems? No, not at all. Please don't get my boy involved in this. Okay, we're finally going to be seeing what's the deal with him. I've been looking forward to this. He strikes me as the kind of guy that would, as I think we just saw a glimpse of there, would have a ton of pressure put on him by his parents. Usually happens to the smart kids. Got to live up to a certain something, or an interesting reaction he had there as well, isn't it? It's an interesting reaction he had to this. Again, it felt quite sinister to an extent of the kind of showing the like this face and his parents again saying, imagine wanting to live up to his older brother or something. Maybe his older brother's successful. Maybe this kid was destined. Maybe this kid's destined for greatness and such. And I think a lot of parents can be a little bit overbearing like that, put too much on their kid. Really interestingly read a story about a person that trained their whole life, went to college, university, and so on for a specific job because their mother really kind of guided them towards that. And then their other parent asked, "Is this like really what you want to be doing?" At 21 years old after university and such, and he just said no, and he just stopped after all that, so many years of being kind of not forced per se, but guided into that. It's well, that was really interesting. But yeah, this is an interesting reaction here, isn't it? He has the reaction of love. I mean, a girl's touching him, and when you're a boy this age, it's like that is kind of normal. But it's also like, why is he feeling that when? Yeah, I think it's much more than just like a girl's touching him. I think that obviously does that part here, but is it because of the rewards of succeeding and meeting your parents' expectations? This is maybe something similar where if he meets her expectations, that I mean, I've had that. I think we all have. It's kind of like it's almost like being goal focused, especially when you're a kid. You just want to please your parents. I spoke about this before with Ocean Oko, I think it was, about like beauty pageants, which I absolutely fucking despise and I hate stuff like that. Kids usually do that because they see their parents happy that they are doing that. They want to succeed in it and they want to keep doing it. And yeah, they want to please their parents. They want to see a smile on their parents' face. They want to see their parents treat them nicely. If they do it wrong, their parents won't treat them nicely. To, for example, if they've done something wrong, they wouldn't be getting these nice pancakes. But because they've done it right, he is going to be getting these very nice looking pancakes. And this is a situation where there is a reward for him from Shizuka. So yeah, he's very like reward based. Sorry, I went into a bit of a rant there, but it's very interesting, isn't it? So yeah, it's more so that it's less of like the situation, more so that he kind of relates to this situation, and his parents kind of given him a prize for doing this. I think. But yeah, interesting reaction, that isn't it? Very interesting. Like a dead body. So we could squish it down. He's gonna really. This is not gonna work, is it? Not gonna fucking work at all. I do like this though, because now this is gonna be super interesting. Because we saw Takopi as Shizuka before, and now Takopi's gonna get a piece of Maria's existence. Marina, sorry, not Maria. Yeah, this is just stupid. Because she's gonna get caught very quickly, right? Um, what else was I gonna say there? I was also gonna mention that Shizuka probably not gonna like Takopi much more going forward if she is gonna be continuously using Marina's appearance of how things are, right? Shame we didn't see that face on her as an actual person. Again, this should be very interesting. Sue him? Yeah, I guess he doesn't even understand what they're saying to each other, really, does he? Got a shiny head. So I kind of predicted, to be honest. I mean, I say that I didn't outwardly say this, but I said earlier about how stupid it is that Takopi is going to be taking over existence. I should have mentioned that. I want to say I've got no worries about his existence being discovered at the house because they don't seem to give an absolute fuck, do they? Like, you could imagine they would not catch on to the fact that that's not their daughter for quite a long time. To be honest with you, I mean, we didn't even see them look at her. She returned home, and they first thing that happened was something was fucking chucked in her face. But that whole time they didn't even look at her. They didn't let them speak to her or anything. They didn't even fucking look. So no chance they're gonna notice. What I'm more worried about is when he gets to school. Who's this? Big brother. Oh, I would want to capture that fucking mantis as well. I think they're cool as fuck. He seems nice. Like you. Hmm. Well, anything goes now. Anything fucking goes now. We've murdered someone, so what's a little bit of stealing? So what's the issue with this ring? Why is it so evil? What is a wedding finger? Seems like a really nice older brother, to be honest. Seems like he actually wants to achieve something his own and something that he can do by himself, rather than constantly receive any reward his parents can get him. And abide by their total kind of laws, and yeah, seems like a really good guy. You better fucking save him, Takopi. Good. Wow. Not even wow. I mean, I know these only just started, but it's not even the case of what I spoke about earlier, where he gets rewarded for doing good things. Doesn't get anything for doing bad things. It's not even that. It's less than gets no reward. It's more. He literally gets the reward put right in front of him and taken away, right, just like that. Like, how fucking cruel is that to do to a kid? Here you go. Here's your toy. Here's your. Gonna get some nice food, and then you just take it away from him like that. It's the thing with stuff like this. It's like that whole kind of issue of people smacking their kids, for example. Stuff like this, yes, it kind of goes with that. That is a very good way of teaching, like pain and images and feelings like this are a very good way of teaching someone a lesson and to have them never do something again or to make them a certain way. Because they won't want to experience this again, and they want to actually kind of they won't want to have this feeling again. Like, it's very effective. Is it moral though? It's obviously the big question. And yeah, I'm really interested in like debates like that. But again, how fucking horrible is this? You're having it strung right in front of your face like a carrot with a donkey. So I think he is having a similar feeling to that towards Shizuka. I think. As expected, the kids have noticed. Kids notice this type of thing quite oftentimes better than most people. Quite evidently better than any adult. So things seem very happy and good and nice right now, don't they? It is really, for me, it really does just feel like a bit of a ticking time bomb here. And you know what? I'd said the opener was bullshit last week. Someone actually commented saying perhaps it's not, and perhaps this is the reason it's not. It's not actually even Marina in the opening. Perhaps it's actually Takopi as Marina in the opening. I don't think that. I'm not sure about that. I would very much like to see the opening realised. So I'm hoping it's not, but maybe it is after all this. Jesus. They have their fucking uses, as we've seen. To be honest, I think they're certainly got their uses, haven't they? May not be exactly what you expect. I can't remember either, to be honest. I think that's the last straw for this woman, isn't it? You're gonna kill him. She's gonna kill him, isn't she? When I say him, I'm talking about the husband, the guy. This was always happening. Yeah. See, I wonder how people feel about this now. I wonder what the public perception is now of this. The people that were happy to see her abused and happy to see her die as Maria. I wonder how they're now reacting to this. How just like but obviously she was a bully, Maria. But yeah, it's an interesting. I wonder if those people feel differently. Are they still excited to see this? A little girl getting abused because she's not a bully? Like, yeah, just an interesting question. If any of you guys were happy to see this in that at the end of episode 1, do you guys now think differently? Are you guys now more disturbed at this? That is Takopi in this situation now. Do you feel the same? Is there no difference? Do you not feel anything because it's an alien? Like for me, this is just as disturbing as it was in that first episode, regardless of if she was a bully or if it's Takopi or not. But you can clearly see like almost a trail down of distress here, going from the husband to the mum to Marina, then to Shizuka. She does recognize that is not her daughter. Yeah. So she is not like all the way gone. Just as people aren't, to be honest. Even the worst people trust them. We're playing Pokemon? Jesus Christ. Wow, this is, considering how Takopi normally is, this is a powerful scene right here. Like, fucking hell. We've seen Takopi cry, so on, and react to Shizuka's situation, but have we ever seen him like this? Jesus. For someone from Planet Happy and who only ever experienced happiness to, I won't bother sorting out the timer, to go from that to this extreme is just that as extreme, isn't it? Bloody hell. And look, it doesn't solve every problem, does it? If anything, it almost makes this problem of this family now unsolvable. I've just doomed them. These two. I'm glad that he could see that now that was wrong. And he, as he says there, reflects on this. It's a big step for him, I think. So happened to be a geological survey? These awful timing. Okay, really good episode again. Really good episode again. I'll have to look into. I don't know the boy's name, so apologies. But the boy with the glasses. I like the little look we got into him. Again, it wasn't anything kind of major. In terms of time spent looking at his situation, but I'm excited to see more. Because again, his brother seems like an awfully nice guy who wants to be self-reliant and do what he actually wants to do. And I think maybe the glasses boy is just so afraid of that, considering how we see him react to his mother. And again, I can't really, like, I'm not smart enough to kind of fully understand what's going on with him and Shizuka, but it does certainly feel like there is some kind of relation to his kind of upbringing of his of this kind of reward system and such, and that kind of linking in with Shizuka, like the reward was her like touching him, being nice to him, listening to him. Maybe, I don't know. As I said, I don't have the brain capacity to fully understand that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, another incredible episode here. Love the ending. With Takopi again, as he said, reflecting on the situation, reflecting on the outcomes, and actually having a few days in Marina's shoes. I knew it was going to end up like this. We all knew it would end up like this. Like, yeah. And again, it's just interesting to compare, like, how you might feel Takopi versus Marina in this situation. Like, if you felt any worse for Takopi during all this when he's going through the same, even less than what Marina went through, because Marina had to endure this. It had to go from such a loving family and such to what ended up as this. It does seem like her mother isn't, like, again, she isn't like fully gone or anything. Yeah, they are definitely playing Pokemon there, aren't they? She isn't like fully gone. She understands and realizes that's not her actual daughter, which is good. Her dad just kind of seemed to just go along with her new kind of happy vibe and use it against the mother, as you see very often in relationships like this. Like, oh, who you gonna go with when we split up and such. Like, that's such a common thing, that, isn't it? Like, are you gonna go with me when we split apart and such? And it's, yeah, it's just not good for your child at all. How are you? Imagine being forced in that position where you actually did have to pick. It's like one of the worst positions to ever be in, I imagine. But But yeah, almost, I wouldn't say like redemption or anything, but it does make me feel like there can be redemption for her mother, and there is still kind of hope left for her to kind of be a good person. But I think it all does come down from the father, doesn't it? I think this, almost all of this really is stemmed from Shizuka's mum and Marina's dad. And it feels like, to me, again, from this kind of family perspective, it's like Marina's dad is like the link one to then Marina's mum and to Marina, and then that had a knockdown effect to Shizuka and so on and so forth. And it's like this, it was like this lineage of pain in a sense. But yeah, as I said, great episode. Loved all the topics we did cover today. I felt a bit more, as much as last episode maybe a bit more surprising at the end of things, I felt this episode was a bit more comprehensive in terms of what it was trying to like display, and the themes of it and such. I thought was really cool. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what we've got next week, and maybe having like a bit of a great escape from the kids as they try to reach Tokyo. Do let me know what you guys thought about this one though down in the comment section. Let me know if I missed anything, or some of your guys' perspectives on some of the questions kind of that came up here. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date, and I'll see you guys next week with episode 4.